you believe your salesman now? Spent about an hour traipsing around trying to find my FPV. Hey everyone, welcome back to today's episode. We are at
a property called Rosedale at Delaneys Creek, which is on the north side of Brisbane near Mount Mee, and we are on their creekside campground.
This weekend we've done something really weird. So we're actually, I think for the first time ever, we are the first people here. So we've got a group of people coming up to go camping with us. Then we're just waiting for them to turn up so we can choose a campsite.
Yeah, we don't know what to do with ourselves. We're never early.
No, so it's a bit of a new one for us. But
turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, yes. Maybe. So look, this weekend is a bit of an unknown. We're hoping we're going to get some wheeling in tomorrow, but there's probably going to be a whole lot of relaxation. So we're not sure how much filming we'll get done this weekend, but we're definitely going to try and catch something for you guys. This property is incredible, isn't it?
Beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's and it's close to everything too. So I'm just going to do a spin around here. So as you can see, it's beautiful. It's open, it's grassy. It is semi-flat, isn't it? There's lots of flat areas, but it's also like over here. You can see here, it's quite lumpy as well. So definitely bigger vans would be okay if you're here early. If you're not here early, you may get stuck with some of the sites are a bit lumpier, and you may have struggles. Down here's another big open area. And then there's also you can go up the hill and there's a big massive campsite up on the top as well, which has got incredible 360 degree views. Today is quite windy though, so we chose to come down here. Well, this is the site that the person we're coming camping with specifically wanted to camp at. But to be fair, up there was blowing a gale, so it would be pretty unpleasant, especially this time of year. It's a bit cool, hey?
It is a bit cool.
So, and the great thing is it is dog friendly. So we've been able to bring the girls with us, and I believe that there's one other couple bringing their dogs as well, so that should be good. So let's see how this weekend turns out.
So I really love our camera gear, but I also like things to be organised. We actually have had a little modification to the backseat area of Sarge, both for the dogs and for our camera gear. So check this out. I am super pleased. We had Darren from Drawers and Storage do a custom build for us. So it's so great that we've got the dog platform here that the dogs can sit on, and underneath I have my camera bag, which I can pull on out. Then piece de resistance, or whatever they call it, I have a little platform that I can bring my camera gear up, undo all the straps.
No, she locks in. So we're still learning. So
I'm still learning. In fact, this is the first time I've used this.
It is.
This is the first time. So I've got, obviously, I've got my favourite lens on, and it'd probably be very...
When did you get that?
Oh, I got this.
About it.
Oh, yeah, I got this last weekend before.
Yes.
Present? Well, apparently it's an early birthday present, but I don't like early birthday presents because I still want a present on my birthday. So, yes. Anyhow, this is bought in the spirit of my birthday. Let's say that. So, favourite lens ever.
What is it?
It's a Canon f2.8 70-200. So, hopefully some good stuff coming out of this. But when I do want to change my camera lenses, my camera bag is out of the dog's area because I don't want the dog hair anywhere near my camera gear, particularly when I'm changing lenses. And I've now got this bench to do it. So I am really pleased. And as you can see, even though my bag's not quite on it just properly yet, my bag fits absolutely perfectly on it. So I am super pleased. If you do want something, go and see Darren from Drawers and Storage at Thornlands in Brisbane. And I'm sure he'll custom make something that you desire as well.
Yeah, look, Darren has done an incredible job, and I've got an episode coming. I'm probably going to have 2 episodes on it. I'm going to have a short episode just talking about the actual build, and then I'm going to have a more detailed one which will go through the actual build process, because there's going to be people who want to see the way he built it. Then there's going to be people who just want to know about it. So I just figured if we do 2 episodes, it's the people who are interested in one and the other, they can choose what level of I suppose, what's the word I'm looking for? What level of detail they want to go into with it. But it's incredible. His work is amazing. It's lightweight, particularly, which is important for us, but it's also high quality. So this here, for example, it's this all locks into place, which we're still learning how to do it. And we've also got in the back, which I'll show you later on, but we've got the entire tray now pulls out on one big drawer. It's incredible. So, like Lisa said, thanks, Darren. Your work is incredible. We love it. And I've said incredible about 100 times today.
Incredible. That needs to go on a shirt.
It's replaced amazing.
Incredible. Amazing. True.
I'm going to go back and play with these dogs.
I came back to camp after playing with the dogs, and I actually thought that I was at a secondary site for the Brisbane Caravan and Camping Show that was happening at the Ekka this very weekend. You see, Matt had put up our new Bushwhacker awning, and it actually drew quite a crowd over, and a lot of people were really interested in it. Somehow then that led to a whole heap of experiments being conducted on various types of solar panels to see which ones worked the best. And out of that, we ended up buying some new solar panels. There also was quite a few conversations attempting to convince partners to splurge on some method race wheels for whatever truck people were driving. And there even was a demonstration on the Toyota Turn Assist. Not really sure there was too many converts from this one.
No difference. 0.
No, it definitely did.
It's getting closer to the Jeep though. When you watch when he comes back right here, he's on the same mark still.
Nah, he's going to be a different mark this time.
The back wheel. He's moving over slowly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But honestly, it was such a great afternoon of sharing of information. Such a great weekend of camping.
So, do you believe you're salesman now?
Didn't know where it went.
So here we are, we're actually taking a walk on the Rosedale property, which is a hip camp here between Nartmee and Woodford at Delaneys Creek. It's a lovely property.
It's gorgeous.
We didn't know what to expect when we came out here because we tend to be always on the go. The reason we're here is we're catching up with old friends. So it's been absolutely wonderful to have that reconnection.
Yeah.
And what a better way of reconnecting than over a weekend of camping.
Absolutely. Look, you never know, like when you haven't seen anyone for a long time, hey? So you don't know how easy the conversations are going to go, etc. So
I was like,
it's like we
saw them yesterday.
Exactly, and that's a sign of good friendship. So look, the other thing too is we've met some really new people, some great new people as well, some of their friends. So it's great to make those new connections, hey?
It is. I'm in control of the camera, so it's probably all
Sure way to do it for you.
So I'll hand over to Matt because I'm fantastic at it.
But look, it's been really nice, and honestly, it's been really relaxing. We don't tend to do this very often, so I'm not sure what we're going to end up with as far as for you guys. It'll probably be a pretty short video, this one, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's just a paddock. Well, it's not just a paddock. It's actually quite well set up. It's got really nice picnic tables. Manicured,
large, yeah.
It's looked after. It's beautiful. It's well mowed. The property is absolutely beautiful.
And the fire pits are amazing.
Yeah, they've put a lot of thought into it. It's been really good. So we're also going to try and capture some stuff in Woodford for you. We haven't been to Woodford in a very long time.
I know. I'm hoping for some farmers markets. That's
yeah. So we'll try and put a little bit of Woodford in here as well. But so far, we'd give this place an A+, hey?
Oh, definitely.
It's been fantastic, and I'm hoping this wind's not too bad.
It's definitely a self-sufficient campground. There's no toilets or any facilities other than the picnic tables and fire pits. So if you are self-sufficient, I definitely come out here.
And dog friendly as well, which is amazing.
But also a great spot if you want to base yourself for four-wheel driving at me, at Reconn, and at Jimna.
Jimna, yep, exactly. There's so much four-wheel driving around here. Like I said, we were kind of planning on doing that, but there goes my hat. This will be a good test for the awnings. First time the awnings been out in the wind, so that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Whoops, sorry, dogs just wrapped me up. Hold that.
This audio is going to be terrible because of the wind. Okay, come back to you soon.
See ya. Yeah, well, that's the thing, eh? It's all alloy.
Where we were camping wasn't that far away from Woodford, and of course we forgot some random things, so we popped into town just to purchase. I don't know what I remember Woodford to be like, but I was expecting it to be more than what it was. Obviously there were some really interesting sites connected to the Anzacs, including this leopard tank. I really thought there was more of an arts and crafts scene there. But it was a nice enough town. There was a Woolworths, a chemist, everything that you needed.
I don't know about you, but is there any better way to spend the evening than sitting around the campfire? Well, that was a fantastic day. See you in the morning. Good morning. It's a chilly morning this morning, just like it has been the last couple of days. I've snuck off early. I want to try and get there's reports that there's platypus down here, so I want to go down and see if there's a chance of capturing it. Not sure how we'll go, but look, last night was a great night. We did actually go to bed a bit early just because it was so cold, and the diesel heater was beautiful. But it's been really great catching up with friends, well, old friends, and making some new friends, which has been really cool. This campsite is absolutely beautiful, and like Lisa said, you could definitely base yourself here. There's heaps of wheeling around here, multiple really good forests that you can take it on. And the good thing is Woodford is just down the road. It's about 10 minutes. We went there yesterday. Woodford's not the Woodford we remember, so there wasn't a lot there, but it's got a good shopping centre. There's in good shops and petrol, etc., stuff like that. So let me continue down here and see if I can find these platypus, eh? Whew, it's cold. This creek is absolutely beautiful down here, but you can still see the effects of the floods that were earlier in the year. All down here, all the debris, right up in the trees. It must have actually raged through here. Even if we come over here, you can see all through here. There's debris in the trees up here. You can see the debris up here. And further back around where the bridge is, where you go up to the top, where the top part of the property is, where the top view is, there's actually an old boat there and everything like that's been brought down. So it's absolutely incredible, the power of a storm. Spent about an hour traipsing around trying to find my FPV that I lost yesterday. Put the footage up and show you all the things to hit those power lines there out of nowhere, and it managed to somehow spin around, went out this way, and then came around through this gap, all that, even though it hit the brake it didn't do anything, and basically ended up in the only creek. I'll show you where it ended up. So after it hit that power line, it went out here, out there, then managed to come through these trees somehow, through these trees here, down here, and into the only deep water in the area. And from what I can work out from the footage, it's roughly, I don't know if I'm pointing to the right spot on the camera, but to that rock, slightly to the right, it's the deepest part, and as you can see by the bush, you just can't get to it. It's just impossible to get to. So yeah, perfect landing by Matt without doing anything. Basically I was hands off at that stage. I had no control out of it. Pretty cool footage, but unfortunately it was the end of the drone. This is why when you fly these types of drones, you always get the aftercare. Thank you, DJI. Anyway, gonna head back to camp now. Okay, so just a quick update. So this is less than a week after this incident where I lost the drone, and guess what? Unbelievable. So in under a week, I processed the claim, and they'd contacted me just to clarify some information. You upload all the photos, the video, etc. And brand new drone turned up on my door in under a week. So if you're ever considering buying a drone, you're not sure, I can't recommend DJI enough. Not sponsored, wish I was, but we're not sponsored. Just can't recommend them enough. They're fantastic service. Their drones are incredible, and definitely buy their aftercare cover. It's worth every cent. In this case, it saved me buying an entire new drone. So go for it. Make sure you get it. So sadly, it's a bit of a bust this morning. No joys in finding the platypus, but it's still been a beautiful morning. Sun's up now, and I'm going to go back and have some breakfast with Lisa and the crew, but it's absolutely been a beautiful morning, and cold, wet feet, but apart from that, definitely an enjoyable way to start the day.
I'm looking at you, I'm trying to get your attention. Can I come close? I don't know how to play this. Our hands touch once or twice, feeling kind of hypnotized. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension.
The reason for this camping trip was to celebrate a birthday of one of our friends. It certainly was a great weekend, and what a wonderful way to celebrate a birthday. Just that combination of a bit of adventure, some relaxation, and some amazing quality time with people that you really care about really makes it a perfect way to celebrate a birthday. I'm declaring all birthday parties now should be held at a camping trip.
I'm trying to breathe, but the air feels just like water. You're making me weak now. What doesn't kill you makes you. Our hands touch once or twice, we should let them intertwine. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do. And just for a second, you're looking at me, making me feel like maybe you want this too. Give me your attention.
Well, that's the weekend done and dusted. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to take the long way home.